So it has been over a month since my last full LEGO Star Wars 2024 set leak update, and since then we've gotten a ton more stuff to come out, some being real and some being fake. So today, on November 15th, 2023, I want to give you guys a full update regarding every single thing that we do know for LEGO Star Wars 2024, including the January sets, the March sets, the May sets, and even stuff coming out in the summer of 2024. So let's talk about it, guys. Alright guys, so welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars video, and today we have a pretty big one. So it's been a couple days of not uploading for me, and I figured what's a better way to come back than actually give you guys a full update regarding 2024 sets, because like I said, a lot of stuff has been coming out lately, some of it being real, some of it or most of it being fake. So I figured, today I want to take about 10 minutes and fully cover everything that is real and basically, very close to being confirmed for 2024. Really quickly, if you guys do want to enter a Republic Fighter Tank giveaway, definitely go check out my last video. It takes about 30 seconds to enter, and you guys could possibly win a free retiring fighter tank. And without further ado, guys, let's go ahead and get into it. So this will be a little bit of a longer one, but starting off with January 1st, 2024, definitely kind of a mediocre wave, only a couple things coming out, and these are all things that we might start seeing some pictures and some actual leaked images of pretty soon here, especially maybe some of the minifigures. So starting off, we have 4 sets. We have 2 Polybags, one being 30680, an AAT Polybag, heavily speculated to be a tan AAT, to kind of fit the 25th anniversary of Phantom Menace more. Next up, we have 30685, an unknown Polybag. Really no speculation or rumor as to what this will be. Usually we don't get 2 Polybags from LEGO Star Wars, so in my opinion, it could be one of 2 things. Either a second retail Polybag coming out, at your local Walmarts and Targets, or, Myers, if you guys are in the Midwest, they sometimes get, Polybags. It could also be, and this is just me purely speculating, usually we get a Polybag May 4th promo for, May 4th. Usually it's just the actual retail Polybag that came out earlier that year, so, nothing special, Hoth ATST, the X-Wing Polybag, but kind of just, shooting this idea out in the dark. Maybe this could be a second Polybag, not a minifigure Polybag, but a second build Polybag that may or may not be maybe exclusive to a May 4th promo later in the year. Again, that's just pure speculation. We usually don't get 2 Star Wars Polybags, and that's kind of maybe my idea as to what this second one maybe could be. So next up, we have arguably probably the most hyped set for most people for 2024. We have 75372, the Clone Trooper and Droid Battle Pack. This one is going to be $30, 215 pieces, 1 Shock Trooper, 3 regular Phase 2 clones, 3 Super Battle Droids, and 2 regular Battle Droids. Includes a speeder bike that can seat 2 clones, a defensive post, a STAP, and then also a Tri-Droid. So again, arguably probably the most hyped set for most people, and again, this is something that we should start seeing some pictures of here within about a week or 2. Next up, we have the 75384. This is going to be a 4+ set. The Young Jedi Adventures Crimson Firehawk, 136 pieces, $50. So again, 4+ sets, so don't really feel too worried about that price per piece right there. It is pretty high, but that's what all 4+ sets are. Comes with 3 minifigures, one being Nubs, and then also Nash Durango, RJ83, and then also it includes a small speeder build and a market build. So definitely a nice little set right there for all the Jedi Adventures fans. A lot of people wanted a Nubs minifigure, and now is your time. Alright guys, so moving into March 1st, 2024, this is where stuff starts getting a little bit more exciting, at least for me. So starting off, we have 75375, the Midi Scale Millennium Falcon, 921 pieces, $80. It also will have a stand, a nameplate, and then also a LEGO Star Wars 25th Anniversary brick. Following right after that, we have 75376, the Midi Scale Tantive 4, 654 pieces, $70. Also will include a stand, a nameplate, and a LEGO Star Wars 25th Anniversary brick. So both of these I'm pretty excited for. It's going to be really nice to get more Midi scale ships in the same newer and updated and detailed style as the Nebulon and the Executor. Definitely a couple of great sets, and I do like the Midi scale, and these are 2 nice sets to kind of get with that line. So the Millennium Falcon presumably will look way better than the older one. It's 2.5 the amount of pieces, and it's just presumably will look really nice. Tantive 4, another classic LEGO Star Wars ship, and nonetheless, those are a couple OT mini scale sets. But moving into what interests me the most right here, and probably some of you guys watching. So this was kind of out of left field about a month ago, and arguably probably some of your guys' most hyped set. Might even be my most hyped up set for 2024. We have 75377, the Midi Scale Invisible Hand, $53 retail. Definitely pretty awkward. It might just end up being 50 or 55. It's gonna have 557 pieces. Also will include a stand, a nameplate, and a 25th anniversary brick. Then one small final detail right here: the front half can be separated from the rear small hanger for Jedi starfighters. Definitely a nice little play feature. Of course, no minifigures. For these mini scale sets, nothing new there. But moving into some sets that will have minifigures, let's start off with 75379, the R2D2, 1,050 pieces, $100. It will have a movable head, a third leg, a periscope, different tools, information plaque. So pretty much like a smaller, downsized, kind of the same size as like the Grogu, the BB-8, the Porg, kind of like that $100 smaller UCS style kind of buildable character, I guess. And definitely a little awkward in my opinion for being so close to the previous UCS one, but it might do pretty well. There's going to be two minifigures, the obvious one being R2D2, and then the highlight of the set, and probably why they're going to sell through a majority of what they do sell for this set. It is going to include a Darth Malek minifigure. So really quickly, I have other videos up on my channel going over this in its entirety, but next year, 25th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars, and presumably they are doing some pretty big things regarding it. One of those things being they are actually including 25th anniversary minifigures in some sets. They're going to be in every single copy of every set, so nothing too like rare or exclusive there. There's going to be thousands of these minifigures produced. Presumably there will be no weird print on them, so they're going to be able to act as regular minifigures. We know of two right now. I have heard from people there could be 4, 5, 6 in total throughout the entirety of 2024, but at this current point we do know two of them, and Darth Malek is the one for R2D2. Next up here we have 75387, the Tantive 4 hallway. This is one that people have wanted for basically the entirety of the LEGO Star Wars, theme, man. I mean, 10, 15, 20 years ago, this set would have been fantastic, but I'm glad they're finally doing it. This will not be a diorama. According, to sources, it will be kind of like the Dark Trooper attack, but just kind of a bigger version of it. 502 pieces, $55. It will be where you can actually attach multiple copies to make it bigger. It's going to include featured levers to blast open the doors and topple characters. And then the minifigures right here, which this is a pretty stacked lineup. We have Darth Vader, 2 Stormtroopers, Captain Antilles, and 2 Rebel Fleet Troopers, and then also the 25th anniversary minifigure, the biggest one, the talk of the town. We have an ARC Trooper 5s minifigure. At that point, if you guys are kind of following LEGO Star Wars, I mean, I am personally, and I know a lot of people are, a little worried as to how they will actually do that 5s minifigure. Will they make him look really good? Will he look kind of mediocre? But nonetheless, definitely a nice inclusion there. And those 25th anniversary minifigures will definitely help sell those sets. But I do think the Tantive 4 hallway would have sold really nicely even without the 5s. All right, so moving into May 1st, 2024, and basically everything we know for that release date. Starting off, we have 75378, the Grogu's Escape, the Order 66 scene for Mandalorian Season 3. This will have a Kelleran Beck and then a Grogu, and apparently the clone side of it is not actually kind of confirmed yet. People were saying it was going to be 2 shock troopers, but according to Brick Clicker, that is not the case. So that still could end up being maybe just 1 shock trooper, maybe 1 shock trooper and 1 501st, possibly no clones at all. I'm still willing to bet that, now knowing that the 2 shock trooper, rumor is incorrect, I do think that they might actually include a regular helmet hole 501st clone to get those back on the shelf. I've always thought, 2 shock troopers in this set would mean literally 3 sets on shelves with shock troopers. I think that would be a little too much, but that is the Grogu's Escape right there. We just don't know what clones it will include. Next up, 75380. This is a 718 piece Boonta Eve pod race diorama. According to everyone, this will be a micro scale version, so no minifigures from what we can tell right now, but I'm definitely pretty excited for it. 25th anniversary of Phantom Menace. I love the prequels, and hopefully they do a pretty good job with this. Next up, we have 75381. No piece count yet. We have the buildable droidica. This is an 18 plus set, and again, another one of those to add to the buildable character lineup. With the R2D2, the Porgs, the BB-8, the Grogu. So definitely not too shabby. Hopefully they do a nice job on it. Again, big prequel guy. I love when they do stuff like this, and this has the potential to be a very nice looking set. Next up, we have the May 4th UCS set. So we have the basically confirmed rumor at this point what it will be. 75382. No piece count, but it's going to be a UCS TIE Interceptor, which makes sense. It's been 20 years since the last one, and minifigure wise, we have no clue. They might just do maybe one very detailed TIE pilot. Maybe they'll do one TIE pilot and a stormtrooper, but I would not put it past them to just do, again, maybe one or two figs in there. Nothing too crazy. I mean, now that Moff Gideon and Mando armor is coming in a later set I'll be talking about, I can't think of anything else they could put in this set besides like a Vader, but what else can they do to a Vader to make him look any better? So it'll probably just be a TIE fighter pilot, maybe arm printing, maybe new leg printing. So next up, we actually have two Brickheadz coming out May 1st. We have the first one right here being 40675 Unknown Brickheadz. This one will be $55 though, which is a pretty big thing here, because if it follows suit with every other Brickhead Lego's done, that should mean that it's actually 5 regular size Brickheadz, then also a smaller character in there, unless this is the first time where it's just 5 regular characters and then they kind of throw a extra little, they just kind of price hike at $5, you know what I mean? But some people have kind of said this, and I kind of maybe might run with this kind of speculation. Like, I don't think it would sell too well. I think that'd be a very niche Brickhead to make, but what if they were to do an entire Bad Batch Brickheadz right there? Because you would have the 5 main characters that are regular, built, Crosshair, Echo, Tech, Wrecker, and Hunter, and then for the additional kind of $5 smaller character in that pack, would be Omega. So that would be pretty cool. I would love that. Again, I mean, I'm a big prequel guy. I would just like the concept of them doing it. But from a business perspective, I don't see that selling too well. But again, that's pure speculation. Just when I saw people talking about it, I'm like, wow, like, for a 5.5 character pack, of Brickheadz, that presumably that will be, that does make pretty damn perfect sense. I mean, we have not had a Bad Batch Season 2 set yet. Bad Batch 3 is coming out in 2024, so that might fit the case, you know what I mean? So leave your thoughts down below on that one. What do you guys think? But then we have 40676, just say unknown, presumably just $10 Brickhead, which could be any character. And then lastly, 40686, the unknown May 4th promo. It will be again, presumably a boxed promo. No word on whether or not it will be a build and a fig. I mean, we won't know that information for a couple more months, but from everything we do know, it should be another boxed promo at least, which, whether it's like the Death Star or the Lars Homestead, only time will tell. All right, then moving into June 1st, 2024, and everything we know for that date, we have the first set right here, 75373, the Mandalorian Season 3 Battle Pack, $20, 108 pieces, 4 minifigures, those being 2 of the Beskar Super Commandos, also a Casca Reeves, and then a Blue Mandalorian. So definitely a nice little battle pack. Will definitely be a fun one to get, and those will presumably all have new helmet molds, at least for the Beskar Super Commandos. And my only complaint with this set, named a character in the battle pack, Casca Reeves, should have put her somewhere else. But also the fact it's coming out so late, I mean, that's going to be like 14, 15 months after we saw that scene in Mandalorian Season 3. And at this current point, unless we see those Beskar Super Commandos in any other fight ever, in future media, it's definitely going to be kind of a very niche thing to kind of recreate that final battle scene. But nonetheless, it should be a nice little battle pack to get for $20. Better late than never. And in my opinion, hopefully it's at least better than the 332nd battle pack that's on the shelves right now that I think is probably one of the worst ones in years. Next up, we actually have a set that was delayed until June, being 75374, the Skeleton Crew ship, 1,325 pieces, $140. This was supposed to come out January 1st, 2024, but the Skeleton Crew TV show has been pushed back until middle of 2024, if not even late 2024. So Lego pushing back the actual set for the show makes perfect sense. No point of putting it out 6 months early and having absolutely no one know or care about the ship and have it not sell well. So good move on their end, but that set should be coming out June 1st, 2024. Next up, we have 75386, the Mandalorian bunker from season 3 again, $40, 289 pieces. You have 4 minifigures right here. We have Moff Gideon and the new, Mandalorian armor, which people have wanted for, since we saw him, and great to finally get him. We have Paz Vizsla, then also 2 of the new Praetorian guards. Based off what we know right now, Moff Gideon, we don't know if that includes a new helmet mold or not. They might just use the Gar Saxon or armor or helmet and just make it, in his colorway, which would be a little disappointing, but I kind of get it. I think it's to be expected. I don't feel like a lot of us will be let down, since I feel like that's what we pretty much think they're going to do anyway. Paz Vizsla, we don't know if it's going to be the exact same figure or not. I would assume so. I would assume the only thing different, maybe they'll include his shield, maybe a different weapon, but the print for the most part should be the same. Then lastly, we have 2 of the new Praetorian Guard designs. This is one of those things where why didn't they just include a 3rd one? I think that would have made perfect sense. There was only 3 of them in the scene, and now there's going to be quite a few people using bricklink.com, if it's if it exists by then, to actually get a 3rd Praetorian Guard to complete their scene. From what we do know, the guards should have new helmets, but that's all kind of just speculation right now. But moving into the last 2 for June 1st, we have 75390, the X-Wing pilot Luke mech. So only 1 mech so far for next year. This year there was 3 of them. Usually when Marvel does them, 2 or 3 or 4 come out at a time too. So there will probably be more mechs next year, but the one we know for right now is the X-Wing pilot Luke, $16. And from what we do know, this will not be the UCS Luke Skywalker minifigure we got in the X-Wing. This will just be a regular day-to-day, just kind of normie, pilot Luke. No crazy printing, and definitely not the UCS one, which, again, bottom line of it is a little hypocritical when it comes down to this final thing I want to talk about. 75391, Captain Rex's Y-Wing Microfighter, $13, 99 pieces, and according to very reliable people at the moment, it should be the exact same Rex minifigure as we got in the Venator. So if you guys want my full thoughts on this, go check out previous videos. I'm not going to cover that in this video, but it is what it is. It's going to be nice for people that can get a cheap Rex, but just bottom line of it, what I will say in this video is, including the the kind of higher end, more detailed, exclusive Rex minifigure in a cheap set, but they're not going to do the same thing for the the higher end, more detailed Luke Skywalker minifigure. Just right there side by side is hypocritical. That's what I'll leave it at. I wish they would have done it for either both of them, UCS Luke in the mech, or both of them not in cheaper sets, if that makes sense. But I'll leave it at that. Leave your thoughts down below on that. That's basically where I'm at. But that is everything for June 1st, 2024. And I'm pretty much going to leave the video here. Okay, so at this current point, we do technically know set numbers for August 1st. I'll throw them up on the screen right now. The price points might be a little wonky, maybe not totally accurate, but I'll leave it at this right now. So this is everything that we know that is coming from credible people, that is, again, 99%, confirmed, heavy rumor that should be coming out in 2024 as is. Of course, anything can kind of be minorly tweaked from now until release, but, and of course, there's still more to come, more piece counts, more minifigures, presumably more 25th anniversary minifigures too. So there's going to be a lot more to talk about. But at this point, I do think, again, all of that other stuff you're seeing out there, I'm not even going to bring it up in the video, but it is just not real, okay? That's all just being, faked, and, there's fake stuff going around trying to distract from real rumors and real leaks coming out. So I'm going to leave it at that. I will always cover you guys on this channel. Anything that comes out that's real, I will, cover it. And anything that gets, really blown out of proportion that's fake, I will also cover it and let you guys know it's not real. So definitely, if you guys want to stay up to date on everything coming out in 2024, real and fake, definitely stay subscribed to this YouTube channel. And that is all, guys. 2024 is looking pretty exciting. From my understanding, it actually seems like we probably won't know much more, regarding August 1st and beyond for a couple more weeks or months now. We did not get, August 1st leaks for 2023 until April. So at this point, it could be until March or April of next year until we start hearing about summer stuff. So that is everything for today, guys. Leave your thoughts down below on what we know about 2024 so far. What are you guys looking forward to the most? And what do you guys hope the summer of 2024 brings? So I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye, guys, and stay safe.